Hello everyone, Tammy here. Welcome to my channel and welcome to Tarot Tuesday. So, I have no plan here actually, except to share with you that I've been using this little deck. It's called the White Sage Tarot. It's it's what they call a mini deck or a pocket deck or a deck in a tin. I love this deck. Like, I love it. It's the first deck that I've bonded with, that I've been using for the monthly medicine YouTube group. I guess it's kind of like a class, journey, whatever you want to call it. So I've been using this deck for my monthly medicine, and it comes with this little book that's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. It serves its purpose, and I've been able to, between my intuition and the little white book, I've been able to work my way through that training so far. I'm still a week behind, but I will be caught up soon. So this deck is new to me. I've only just started working with it, and so I've never really studied a deck. So you know, I don't know that much. I don't know what most of the cards mean. I'm learning. So this is a book by Dawn Michelle, who is the YouTuber who has a channel called Boho Tarot. And she wrote this book, A Guide to Exploring Your Tarot Deck. So I've been reading it, and it's really, really good. It's a super, the two little white book. So I love that. I love that because I have run into that. However, not with this deck, and I'll talk about that in a second. So basically what it says is to read the introductory material about the deck, and then kind of look at the structure, which I've done these things. I haven't journaled about them yet. So first things first, I did explore the deck. So, well, not necessarily the deck, but the book. I love this book. So this book is, yeah, I haven't read every single card, but I read all of this. And it's just such a friendly, open, it's calling me to journey and discover, and I'm super excited. She said that her goal was to create a happy deck that would lift me up without sacrificing the tarot's incredible ability to illuminate any deeper meanings that hide beneath the surface. So I love that. So so I've read it. I am currently not doing any reversals. I'm only doing the uprights for now. I think it's going to be easier to learn that way. I did this. I chose my light and shadow cards, and how I did that was which one feels the most inspiring, which one feels like it really gets you, which one feels like a giant yes to in your system. Those are the light cards. Which one do you feel the least attracted to? Which one just turns you off? Which one makes you the most uncomfortable? That will be your shadow card. So I did this. I picked my cards, and I will share them with you. I'm keeping these in order because I'll show you in a minute how this study guide works. I don't think it's too far in here. It's funny because it is the Hermit card. Yep. Okay, so my light card is the Hermit. Yeah, I love everything about this card. I love that she appears to be floating, for one thing. But there's a cliff, and you know, the little stairs have they look like little fireflies around her. This looks like the water. It looks, with an island or land over here, it looks very similar to where I live. I love the light radiating from her. I love the comfortable way she's sitting. She has her eyes closed, the wind's blowing her hair a little bit. I love this card. So this is my light card. And what that means is, I wrote this down. So the keywords for this card are inner sage, inner mentor, inner guide. It's show me my brightest light so I may see with all of my heart. This card represents inner reflection, meditation, contemplation, soul searching, inner wisdom, spiritual mentor, finding my guide within, and to take time away from the chaos of busy life, hermiting. So that's this is my light card. So basically, anytime this shows up in a reading that I do, it's a little nod to say, yep, you're on the right track. This is where you need to be. This is what's happening. And I'd love it. So I was just going to read to you. It says, when this, consider it to be a special nod from the cards when it shows up in a reading, because it's going to be your big badass yes card. The card that lets you know that you're on the right track. Okay. So then my shadow card is it's the Eight of Swords. Okay. So this is my shadow card. Yeah, without getting too personal, yeah, this card, being bound, being blindfolded, she looks really uncomfortable, in pain. It's like two sides of her. So she's here reflecting on you know, maybe when she was here, or she might still be there, and she's just yeah, this card was very disturbing to me. And funnily enough, this Eight of Swords in the Sage, the White Sage Tarot, the little deck that I'm using for the monthly medicine, this Eight of Swords comes up a few times in my readings just in the first 3 weeks that I've been doing it. And it's always cautioning me to kind of look past this stuff. And I find it very interesting. So then it says, conversely, your shadow card will be the one that stirs up the most feelings of discomfort. Quite often, this is because this card has an important lesson to teach you. Spend some time with your shadow card now, if you'd like. Maybe find its meaning in the guidebook and pull out your journal. What lesson does the card have for you right now? What is it about the card that rubs you the wrong way? Maybe it's the character in the card, or the situation they seem to be in. Perhaps they remind you of a time in your life or a person from your past. So yeah, completely right on with both of these cards. And I'm already in love with this deck, and these are the only cards that I have pulled. So what I want to show you, I'm going to do a reading. I'm going to show you how I do a reading out of this. Actually, am I? I think I'm not. Okay, so I think I'm not. Only because I just spent some time last night getting this deck back in order, and that's the way I want to study it. So let me show you this. So after you read the material, she has you do a few more, just a few more journaling things, which I still need to do about this. And you can use this book for every new deck you get over and over and over. So the majors are these 20, I believe there's 21 cards. Yeah, 21 cards. These are the major arcana, and then the minor arcana are like the suits. So you have wands, cups, swords, and then pentacles. And each one of these represents, like the wand represents fire, and that's just a simple thing. Cups represent flow and water, and kind of communication too. And then swords is, it's more of a caution card, the darker side of things. And then pentacles is material things, finances, prosperity, that kind of stuff. So those are and that's all I know. So I love how, and this is why I want to keep the deck in order. Some people get a deck that they only use it to study, and then they have another deck that they play with. I'm just going to study as much of this deck as I can. So it comes through and says this, and then it says, what new journey does this fool depict? So this fool, this is from the Rider-Waite-Smith, that's the original tarot, is a little bit different than this fool. So I'll go through and look at all of these cards, and I will journal what these mean. What inner spark is beginning to stir within you? What message might this fool have for you as you leap into your new adventure with this deck? So I love this. So it's like a workbook for learning about your deck. And I think it's really cool. So I actually have 2 other decks in the wings, and I have one coming that it's from the UK, and the artist is over there, and I spent way too much money on it, but it was one of those decks I've seen people do reviews of on YouTube, and I thought about it all the time. Like, I was like, I want that deck. I want that deck. So hopefully I have a connection with it. And I'm hoping to get through the major arcana with this deck. And then when I'm working on the minor with this deck, the other deck comes and I can start working on the major for that deck. So I think that's it for my Tarot Tuesday. I can show you how I do just like a 1-card pull, and I'll do that with my little White Sage Tarot. So with the monthly medicine, there's been very specific questions and scenarios that you ask, and that's how I do it. I do it while I'm shuffling. Some tarot readers don't believe that you should shuffle like that. That's how I get my deck ready, and I usually will think of my question while I'm doing that. So let me, this deck has a really fun 1-card question, and I want to look at it real quick. Light of the day draw. So daily message of light. Draw a card and place it upright or reversed as pulled. What message of light do you have for me today? So that's what I'm asking. What message of light do you have for me today? And I just think that while I'm shuffling. I'll shuffle 3 times, and then I overhand shuffle until a card pops out. I do this with my Oracle decks. It's just how it feels the most natural to me and the most authentic. And so that's what I do. So I forgot the question already. Oh, it's about light. So 8 of Pentacles. See, this just came right out of the deck. So this has to do with abundance probably, or prosperity, although it's an 8. So an 8 is sometimes negative. It says move on, transition. Change can be hard, so pack your essentials, but travel light. With these cups precariously... Oh, that's the cups. I was going to say, that's not right. Okay, Pentacles. Sorry. There we go. 8 of Pentacles. Apprenticeship, ambition. Don't be afraid to ask for help as you navigate new territory. Making mistakes is the only way to learn. So the light of today is for me, it's like, don't be afraid to try out new things. And like earlier today, I tried some mixed media stuff and it didn't work. Well, it just didn't work at all. And so I was like, okay, well, that's cool. But I tried it. So to me, that would be the light of today. So making mistakes is the only way to learn. The 8 Pentacles float effortlessly down a stream of yellow ribbon, bringing your focus to your solar plexus to find the energy to get the job done. So the light here, solar plexus, trying new things, going for it, not being afraid to even ask for help if needed. Yeah, so that's how I do my readings. And that's it for today, this Tarot Tuesday. So like I said, I'm learning as I'm doing this. I am by no means an expert. Some of the stuff I say might be completely wrong, but I am also tapping into my intuition and what I think the cards are trying to tell me. And I think you can do both. I think you can use the meanings and then, and then see if they apply. There's been a couple cards I've pulled through the monthly medicine and I'm like, I have no idea what this means. But then when I go back and look, it's like, okay, yeah, this makes sense. So, yeah, I'm just going for it. I hope you enjoy it. I do plan to make this a regular part of my week. So I'm glad you're joining along, and if you learned something, great. If I'm always excited to hear if any of you do any other kinds of divination, or even if you use the tarot. I would love to hear from you. That would be amazing. So thanks for joining me. I appreciate you. Please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined, and I'll talk to you soon.